Hi guys, Becky. How y'all doing tonight? Get my tablet up and go in. 9 o'clock Central Time, 8 Mountain Time. Here we are. I'm in Texas still. It's been a long week in Texas. So I made it. We're all set up at the hotel. This is my stopping point for tonight. And I will be driving home tomorrow. So how is everyone tonight? How has your week been? Mine's been full of lots of work and a little bit of driving since I last saw everybody. So, hi, Miss Pamela. Yep, I'm still in Texas. I will get out of Texas tomorrow afternoon sometime. So, I have about 6 hours left to drive tomorrow, and about three of them will be in Texas still. So, yep. And there's Jeffrey. Hi, good to see you. I just texted you. I was going to text you as I was setting up, and I'm like, no, he'll see me in a minute. It's not a problem. So the show was good. So we'll do a quick recap of what we did this weekend. So drove down. It was in a suburb called Rosenberg of Houston. Hi, Kristen. How are you tonight? Yep, still traveling. I'll be home tomorrow night. And we were able to set up. They do a 2-day setup at this show, and because a lot of the vendors are quite a bit older, and then they can have some assistance unloading the vehicles and have a little bit of time to get it going. So, hi, Kathy. We set up tables and shelves and started unloading on Thursday. And then Friday, not that I'm aware of, Kathy. I did meet a couple people who knew, like who were aware of Avon from Thrifty Rich and Jocelyn from Crazy Lamp Lady. But nobody said they came and saw us from YouTube. There's a lady who does a little video for his promoting his show. Her name is like Lady Mary Jane or something like that. And she didn't come to our booth, so I didn't get a shout out in her video, which would have been really cool to have some local people see that we were there. But she didn't come to our booth. So, but yeah, and then they do a preview sale on Friday night. So we were to be set up by 4 o'clock Friday afternoon. And at 6 o'clock, they do a pre-sale admission, and they're there from 6 until 9. And that was spectacular. So that's almost kind of the attendance we're used to for a whole weekend in those 3 hours. So that was really great. And then we're open all day Saturday and all day Sunday. Saturday was rainy and cold and icky, but there was tons of people there, and glass was everywhere. So I did do a short on YouTube and on Instagram showing that what the booth looked like quick. So kind of gives an idea. I have some things that I have filmed as they've been going, but today, like, I barely had anywhere to stop today. I think I stopped at one. I went to the Scandinavian gift shop in Houston. Nope, Dallas Fort Worth. And snooped there for a little bit, but I've filmed that before. And then I stopped at one antique mall today, and that was it. And antique mall is a loose term for it. So, but the cool thing is across the street from the hotel here in downtown Plainview, which is just south of Amarillo. Hi, Denise. There's two little malls, and I think I might try and buzz around those before I leave town, because I have just driving to do after I hit North Amarillo. So, hi, Lou. How are you doing tonight? So, yeah. And then all day, and then Sunday. So I'm going to switch back to the show. And we did Sunday, and we closed the show at 4 o'clock and had to be out by 11. And we had everything packed and loaded and had left by 8 o'clock. So that was spectacular. We did pretty well. Means we didn't overpack, but we did have to do some rearranging in packing our boxes again from the show. So all in all, it was a great show, well worth our time. A lot of time traveling for us, but to be able to come down and do such a good show, um, it's worth the time and effort to do it. So yeah, wonderful. So yeah, so here we are, halfway or 2/3 of the way home, and I have the few little things that I have found on the way here so far, and I brought a little stash with me. I always kind of do to make sure I have enough for an online Tuesday night sale, just to make sure, just in case I don't find anything along the way. So I'll get back tomorrow night sometime, Kristen. Just depends on how good the antique malls are in here in town in Plainview before I head out of town. But only about 6 hours of driving. And y'all know I'm not very much of an early bird, so that's not a problem to sleep in and head over there at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, hi, Mitch. Good to see you. No worries. Glad you made it and said hi. So, Kristen has graciously agreed and volunteered for helping with modding again tonight. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat. Somebody will answer them. I will be doing invoicing when I get home, probably either Thursday or Friday, and I will be combining last Tuesday, this Tuesday, tonight, and Rob, and then I am going to be live with Trisha on Sandy and Otto on Saturday night, and I'm going to be live with Helen from New England Thrifter on their channels on Sunday morning. Depending on how much I get done, I might just do it all together, and all the shipping will be combined and save everybody on all that all together. So that's kind of the plan. Hi, Laura. Good to see you. Oh no. See, I haven't listened. There's no news from Colorado here. I barely get I barely get an AM channel across the back roads in Texas. Um so yeah, get Trish to 100. I thought she was what do you mean to 100? What is 100 what? That's a good question. So yeah, invoicing through PayPal when I get it done, and shipping, it will be through PayPal and or Pirate Ship, whichever gives me the best price, and they're pretty much comparable at this time. If you do have any new information that you need to send over to me, please make sure you've updated it. I got a couple emails like that recently. 100, I thought she was over 2,000 already. So this guy filmed on his phone. Oh wow. Yeah. Hi, Kathleen. Good to see you. So yeah, a bonus thing that I will be posting as soon as I'm not driving, which is kind of so. As we went down to the Gulf yesterday morning on our way out of town, and had lunch, sitting and watching the Gulf waves hitting the sand, and then went down and walked on the sand and put our feet in the water for a little while. So that was really fun. Kind of an extra bonus for being so close to the Gulf um, for the show. So I think we've got all the things covered. Miss Kristen, are you ready to roll? I have them still wrapped up even. Gonna unwrap them just fresh for you guys, and then we'll go into brand new stuff that I brought as my secret stash as well. So, all right, here we go. Oh, I found this guy. He is a Henning piece. He is a Laplander skier, and he is going to go into my Scandinavian stash for my Scandinavian shows for Sons of Norway and or Svea. And he is marked right there on the bottom, Henning and carved Norway. So he was a fun find here in Texas. There is a large community of Norwegians, which is interesting, especially down towards the Gulf because of all the ship commerce and shipbuilding and all that stuff. So I missed what was already gone. Yeah, that I asked about. I missed it somehow. I don't have a Wi-Fi password, so we are on the cell phone stuff tonight. And hopefully it will give us good enough coverage. I have one light on because there's barely any plugs in this hotel room, and I can barely get it to reach the one behind the dresser. So we're on the edge of the desk, and this is all we get tonight. So, oh, okay. All right. So first thing up for you guys is this pair of fish salt and pepper shakers. They are ceramic, and they can start at $12. They say, oh, great, Laura, wonderful. Souvenir of Wellburn, Texas. There are some interesting names here in Texas. That is only on one of the shakers. They have their shakers are in their mouths, right there. I would say they're about 2 inches tall and about 2.5 inches long, and barely an inch wide, like this. So it's good to know that the booth is still looking okay. It's been almost, by the time I get home, it'll be almost 2 weeks since I put anything in it. But I know that Jeff went and rearranged and did a little bit of an update for me to make sure that things weren't totally a mess on his way home from work last week. So that was awesome. Yes, that as well. Yes, New Braunfels. I'm very familiar with New Braunfels. Very close to where our nephew lives, near San Antonio. So hi, Sherry. Welcome. Oh, okay. See, I'm like missing. I'm going back and forth. Wonderful. So these little guys, I assume. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I think they're Japan. There's their sticker. Hi, Mary Beth. Yep, Anesco from Japan. There it is. There we go. They're just about this big. I know they're like tourist souvenir, but they have really good color on them, kind of mid-mod. So, oh, yep, that's what he did, Kathy. He went and fluffed it up, just made sure it was looking all right. Okay, next up, this guy looks like he was part of a chain gang. So he is all single by himself right now. Hi, Jeremy. Good to see you. Oh, you were? Yep, his nephew's been living in San Antonio since he went to college, so several years now. So he's a single poodle, start at $6. Looks like he either had little ones or he was part of another set, but he's single now. Pinks, yellows on the white, good face paint, and I don't see any markings on him. I know. But I would say about 3 inches tall, a little over 3 inches long, and just about an inch wide. So, like so. I love the hairdos from like he's been at the groomers. I got that nice puff of hair on the tail and his head. So, right, exactly. This one escaped. Again, with a bright, actually kind of springy, bright spring colors, pinks and yellows. Right, let's move over. I was also watching an auction earlier tonight, so I was really happy that this didn't start for a little while tonight. I was able to watch it. The majority of the items end. So that was cool. Okay, next up, I have a Rand McNally Junior Elf book. This one is Hideaway Animals. It has wear on it. It's pretty much normal for the age of the book. This will be a $4 start. It has full color inserts front and back. It has the spine is intact, and the graphics. Let's see. Oh, we're in Roman numerals. I think it's 67 would be the copyright date, I believe. And so here's some of the graphic. I have a puppy hiding a bone. I have a kitten in the mitten and the shoe. A squirrel. I just love the graphics. Little mouse. 57. Oh, okay. Even better. Little bear hiding honeycomb. Chicken with her hen with her chick. The rain. Scarecrow. The goat lays with the crow, trying to scare him away. Oh, look, aspen or birch trees there with the deer. Oh, look at that. Little duck diving down. Water lilies. Bunny and butterfly. Goodness sakes, there's a cow heading towards the barn. So I know I need to really brush up on my 50s. That's where I get. Those are the ones that I really need to double learn. And there's that little elf. That's my favorite graphic. Is that on the Junior Elf books? Well, that surprises me because it's got a barcode on it. I'm surprised it'd be 57 with a barcode on it. Printed in the USA. Yep, doesn't say it was reprinted, so there it is. Can I show it again? The whole book? Oh, the Roman numeral. You got it. I was like, wow. So MCMLVII. Yeah, and then it's got it again right here. And yeah, usually it says it in the same thing that if it was reprinted, what date it was. So I suppose it could have been reprinted, but it looks like a 70s, 60s, 70s printing to me. Alrighty, here we go. I found this one today. He does need a little bit of a bath, but fresh picked. He's a little dusty, but this is a amber Viking swan dish. This would probably be about 30 to 35 at my booth for a show, and I can offer it to you guys as a start of 18. Now I'm thinking about 6 inches by about 5, and then about 4 this way. I've had these in a couple different colors. Viking doesn't mark their items, but it is a solid piece of glass. I would say close to 2 pounds of glass, maybe 1.5 to 2 pounds, give or take. Probably with a good bath, it would be that nice, bright Viking Jolly Rancher colors. We sold a lot of Viking at the show. I was surprised how much of that mid-mod stuff went. So it was great to find some more pieces on the way home. Okie dokie. This guy is a little bit different than something I normally pick up. He is a mechanical toy covered in fur. He does have a little bit of wear like on his feet. And he can start at, I need him to start at 24. He does have a sticker on the bottom that says made in Japan. And I think it looks like he's like holding it's supposed to be like a slipper or a shoe. I mean, it's a piece of cardboard with a little fuzz right there on the toe. We're gonna crank him up a little bit, and you can see that his feet work. Okay, go, 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 go. And his head goes back and forth. It's hard to hold him where I'm not keeping him from moving. There he goes. Kind of a little Dutch hound, wiener dog look to him, but he's got those big eyes. Got a collar around his neck. I would say he's about 4.5 inches tall, about 4 to 5 inches long, and about 2 inches wide. Since it's made in Japan, I would guess it's that 50s to 60s era item as well. His back kind of wiggles back and forth. And it takes a little bit of winding for him to get him walking down the counter because he's slippery on the desk right now. But he had a surface that had a little bit of friction on it, not so slippery. He would just be moving right along. I just thought he was cute. Nostrils and everything. All right. Well, how about we'll just jump on into some Annalise. I'm going to have a choice. These will be starting at let's see. I'll probably put them at 12. So let's start them at 8. There'll be a choice. They're all Easter themed, spring themed. She's a little mouse. Right, it could have been worse. Exactly. Okay, Miss Mitch. I got you for that. They have sirens going off tonight. Mitch. 4. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Mitch. So, okay. Starting at 8, she has Easter eggs all glittered up in her apron, which has like yellow sunflowers on the mint green. Now I sound like Pam. Uh-huh. And the little yellow bow in her hair, and the wire tail, and that's her bow to her apron. So these are the about 6 inches tall, give or take. I'm a good 2-3 miles from the highway, so I am close to a highway that's coming in and crossing towards the main one over there. But this is the next choice. It is the bunny rabbit. He has a blue top hat and an Easter vest or spring vest. He looks like he's going to be marching in a parade with a giant cottontail. Stands up like this. Let's see. I forgot to see if there was a date on a tag. I'm not seeing a tag on him with the hat. Here's her tag. The gal with the Easter eggs is 09. This is probably in the vest then, and I can't get to it. And then the third choice is a little tan bunny. Pink ears, pink bow. Love these faces. Big giant. It's even bigger than his tail. And this one is 2012. So, yep, white hair, little pink pom-pom nose. And the bunnies are a little bit taller because their ears have those wires in them, and they are just a little bit bigger. So, unless anybody else wants to be in on this choice, we have Midge in at 8. And we can call those for her, and you can tell me which one you like, Miss Midge. They're trying to get away from me. Here's his vest again. The tan in the middle, and her little Easter eggs right there. Exactly. I tried to bid on some of those shelf sitters, but I got outbid. Let me know what you like, Miss Midge. And then I'll do another choice. She's going to take all 3 times 3. Wonderful. Perfect. Thank you. And I have a second choice. These are the little itty bitty ones. I have 2 of this guy. They would be a $6 start. And they have like a little rawhide or leather cord for their tail. They're both the same, like hat and ribbon. And let's see, do they have, and they have little, oh, they must have been standing on something before, but they are not right now. And I don't see any tags on them. There's no tag in the hat or anything for how old they are. I have 2 little mini ones, and in comparison to, say, this gal, that is the size, about so, about half the height of these, of the first ones I showed. But they do have those great faces and little brown hair. All right, spring mice, you can go over there. I haven't been barely talking to anybody for 2 days. I've been in my car mostly. So I'm going to get drinking a lot here. Hi, Trisha. How are you? Good to see you. All right. Next up, I have a carousel. And it is the wooden designed, like the cat's meow. And this is the, so they try and do the actual places. I don't know if you guys remember these or not. 1997. This is the Herschel Spellman carousel, and there is where it was signed and dated. This would be a $6 start. It's painted. I think they actually did like a decal or some sort of like stamped it. But they're about, I'd say 3/4 of an inch wide and about 6 inches long and about 4 inches tall. I love the giraffe in the background. They did some really neat detail on these. And they usually, the cat's meow specific style has a cat silhouette hidden in the design. They did do one of these for the Fenton gift shop back in the 90s. So if you can find those, the Fenton people really love those. So, hi, Yvonne. Good to see you. I ran into a lady at the show who knew who you were and knew who Jocelyn was. So that was kind of fun. So she had a shop in Austin, her and her daughter. So that was interesting. So yes, Sandy and Otto is the station. The channel I will be on, her name is Miss Trisha. I'll be on Saturday night this weekend, and that starts at 8 Mountain. So 8, 9, you know, all those things from there, right? Right, Trisha? I'm making sure I'm saying it right. So yeah, I believe that is the correct time. We usually go for, I don't know, 3-ish plus hours. So, all right, cool. Next up, I have a choice of 3. These are sun catchers. Let's see if I can put something white behind it. This is a kind of a pastel purple rhinoceros. These will be a start of $8 per choice. Yep, there you go, Miss Kathy, you got it. I do not know who made these. They are not marked. And I don't recognize the pictures as Blinko, unless Kristen knows differently. These don't remind me of Blinko ones, so. Yeah, just, yeah, she's a wrench. She can throw her channel in there, for sure. So I have the rhinoceros in the pale purple. have the swan in a yellow. It's kind of a variegated yellow to an orange there. So I guess, amberina-ish. This one will probably glow under black light if you hit it a little bit, but I don't even have one of those. Somehow my black light didn't make it in this box. And the other choice is a stringed instrument, whether you choose it to be a violin, a viola, a cello, a bass, and it is in the forest green color. Got a little bubble there. No, that's the chin. That's the pad on the instrument. So, right. That's what I was thinking. So I was thinking maybe it was like part of 12 Days of Christmas, but I couldn't quite get how a rhinoceros fit in that. So, but these are just the 3 random colorways that I happened upon. So, I know. Well, I can't even do a waffle here. This is a little itty bitty corner. I like being able to, well, I like supporting some of the small businesses as I'm doing these versus some of the chains. However, there are advantages to both. So, all right. They are about this big, just so we know. We're talking, I would say 3 to 4 inches, depending on the variations. So, yeah, there's a couple different places because I know, let's see, there's a one out of Jamestown does them too, and I'm trying to think of another one. One of the like Pilgrim or somebody like that did them as well. So I know a rhinoceros and a pear tree. Exactly, Jeremy. All right, we can claim these for Miss Pamela. Which ones would you like? The stringed instruments, the rhinoceros, hi Geneva, and the swan. I think there's a lot of places because they're a real easy thing to make if you have any sort of glass demonstration. So. Okay, she is going to take, got that. She's taking the swan. There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Miss Pamela. So the rhinoceros and the violin are available. Anyone is interested in those? I'm trying to keep the folds in one pile here. Okay. Wrap. We'll get that out of the way. I came across this guy, and I just couldn't pass him up. He's a seductive frog. I don't know if he's the Freddy the Frog. Thanks, Brandon. From the canister set that Sears did, or if he's just something really, really similar. He reminds me of something that you would put in, like, say, a plant or just on the shelf. Either way, but he really reminds me of that Freddy the Frog. So he would be a $6 start. Yeah, I know. I don't know. We got there. I don't think it could be somebody did it as a hobby piece because that is under the glaze. I mean, if they did a really good job matching it up. You did? How funny is that? He's got a really cute little dandelion or flower there. He's just chilling, hanging out. He needs a little pond or something to go on. He's about 4 inches long, 2 inches tall, and about an inch wide. You think hobbyist? Okay. I picked up a tree, and it's a hobbyist piece. Similar to the Christmas trees that have like all the lights in them. The what do they call those? The little the plastic lights that you put in. but I've never seen this one before. But it's huge. I don't want to ship it, but I will post pictures of it eventually. So it's pretty cool. All right, I can do that. Thank you, Mary Beth. Chicken the rhino. Perfect. And I think I have you in for the frog. So we're going to put you down for the frog too, as well. Thank you, Mary Beth. You got it. Thinking. Oh, this tree. The tree that I got, it has a base. It's like maybe 12 inches across. Then it has a first layer, a second layer, and then the top layer. So 4 layers total. And then it has these little ledges that are like a triangle shape on each of the layers. Oh, Neil. There you go. That was the name of it that I was thinking. For like bows or birds to go on. And there's room for 4 on the bottom layer, 3 on the next layer, and 1 right on top. So it was really cool. So, yep, close enough. Yes, Neil the Frog. I have another choice because that's the other thing I've been seeing lately is the homemade or the hobby piece Mary Mushroom set canister set too. I've seen 2 or 3 of sets of those on this trip. Hi, Linda. Welcome. I have a choice on wall pockets. This one is a bunch of purple grapes and has a tiny, has a tiny rough spot right there, but it's hard to see. There you go. It's missing a little bit of glaze right there. These can start at, let's go $8. Yeah, I've found a lot of the frog stuff. Not so much recently. And the other choice is, I believe this is a peach or apricot. It's got the pink to the yellow. And this one does have the mark on it and the sticker. So Lefton, made in Japan, gives us that time frame when they were made. Yeah, one of my mom's cousins has the entire kitchen set, canisters, everything. And actually, I just saw this down here. Somebody tried to touch this one up, and then that's still missing there. So the grapes could be 6, if anyone is interested in those. They've got a great colorway, makes them look really 3D between the texture that is in the mold and the painting that they did. I know Jason's doing a great job. I saw your Blinko water bottle today. That's really cool. I missed a Blinko decanter. I didn't even notice it. Oh, this one will be 6 too. These will probably be going in my booth at this rate. That somebody touched up as well. It's not so bad from far away, but there it is, touched up. So, oh wow. Yeah, I watched a guy, I was looking at a lamp, and here he comes up to the front of the store carrying a decanter that looks like the beaker size, so really angled and then straight up with a stopper in it. It was $24. I was like, oh, look what I missed. Well, I mean, that's great that he's been able to spot that stuff because it's just all about paying attention and checking it all out, and and the more you go, the more you find stuff, honestly. Kind of one of those things. All right, I have something that's totally different. I have these little wind-up toys. Some of these I saw on eBay for up to $20 a piece. This is a bear that balances his honey pot, spins it around. They're going to be $4 choice. So I have the little bear. They're like a see-through transparent plastic. I remember seeing these at like some of the kids stores when look at him. The waving green guy. I'm not quite sure what he even is. That's the next choice. Oh, and he like does the splits. He just did the splits on the table because he has wheels on his feet. Next choice is a little scorpion. Oh, he's wanting to go places. He's walking away. Yeah, I remember these when I was a kid. And then I think they've redid them in the 80s and the 90s. So this one's a little crab. He walks to the side. And the last choice is a little frog. Now, I'm not sure if he floats or not, but because this isn't going to, it won't let him go flat. But let's see if we can get him to go. Okay. You're not going to show off now. Are you stuck? I thought you were. Just eat go. I would guess that he would work and float. Because look at him go. I think they're hilarious. So fun little toys. And I believe, yeah, this was the name of this, like this style with the sliders with the wheels. So, and the metallic, so cool. So, all right, wind up. Wind ups, we have Mary Beth in at 4. Let me know what you want, Mary Beth. These are the kind of things that I remember my grandma letting us buy when we were kids. There he goes. I think they're cute. They were fun. Oh, and his eyes go up and down. All right, she's taking the bear. If there's anybody else that wants to claim one, just let's put in green guy, crab, frog. I can tell them apart. And scorpion. That is what is left of the wine. All right. Oh, I forgot one. Just in case you need some chattering teeth or a great what do they call that? Gag gift. Yeah, from Jaro Company. Yeah, I mean, there's already 14 years old considering. Throw in teeth. They'll be $4 as well. Oh, that would be, yeah. I remember some of those swimming around. I did have, let's see. I have a couple more pieces of glass. This one is a clear. This is the bird with the seed. There is no mark on the bottom of it, however. This was made in a couple different companies over several different years. It's a matter of what size it was. Some were made this big that were reproductions, but they're 30 years old already too. So this guy is going to be a $5 start. I know Boyd made some. I know Dagenart made some, and I know there was a company that had this mold before that and after both of those companies. So without the mark on them, it's kind of hard to tell unless somebody has a book that, but I mean, if they all did clear, I don't know how you're going to tell who made this one, quite frankly. So I don't know if they changed enough of it, because occasionally the glass companies would just change some minute detail, but this one's got a lot of detail and really shows it off in the clear, actually. So, all right. We can claim that one for Laura. Bird salt. You got it. Kristen's going to take the crab. All right, Miss Kristen. Thank you. Frog. Oh, that was the other frog. This is the wind up. All right, got it. Got it, got it, got it. A couple plastic kind of style vintage. This, I don't know. I mean, some of these were like cake toppers, right? But maybe unless it was for like a baby. But we got a nurse with the pink and the blue, like the powder. And she is plastic. She'd be a $4 start. There is a mark at the bottom here. I don't know if I can get it to show up for you. See if I can read it. It says Wilton, Chicago. So it is a cake topper made in Hong Kong. And then it's number 782. Hi, Steph. Good to see you. When oh, there it is. You can see it at the bottom. But I don't know why you'd want a nurse as a cake topper, but there she is. Great. Oh, Kathy. All right. Let's see. Kathy. What am I missing? Trisha, that's sweet. I'm not quite sure. How sweet. It'll be a fun thing to open up. I got it. Got it written down. Thank you. Next up, this is a stone egg. It's very satin. It's kind of like a moonstone. It does need to have a little bit of a wash with a magic eraser. Kind of has a firing look to it when you look with light behind it. But I only have light in front of me tonight. So this is going to be, let's do $5. It's about 2 inches by 1.5 inches. Be good for if you had some egg cups to display it in. But I've seen different ones of these over the years. I think it just needs a little bit of a polish up or a little bit of a bath. Hi, Carol. Good to see you. I see Geneva in at 5 for the stone egg. And got it. Unless anybody else is gonna see now. See, the salt would be a really good plate. It's almost big enough to hold that. If it were sitting on a nice flat surface, it would be. So I have 2 vintage night lights. I believe I checked these. I think they work. They should work. This one is, they're like 1970s. You just plug them right in. This one is a little square, rectangle with a gold butterflies and flowers on it. It's about 1 inch by 2.5. It's about 3/4 inches deep. And the other choice is this little itty bitty one that looks like a little torch. I would probably do, let's see, we can start these at $6 choice. Yep, that's another good thing to put those little eggs on, like the stone ones and stuff. They probably would, Laura. The little lucite grapes, if there were loose ones off of a bunch. If I should have double checked these, but I put them in the box and I didn't double check them. I can double check them super fast, but They are, they remind me of my childhood because of the plastic ones. This one is a little bit older, kind of an Art Deco look to it. And I think this one has an orange tint to it. I will. Let me double check it super fast. I'm going to, just because, I'm going to turn off the camera. But you can still hear me, and I'm going to double check it super fast. Shoot. Not enough plugs in that place. Yes. They both work. Yep, they both work. This one lights up an orangey red, and then this one lights up just this section up here in that orangey red color. So, and I believe they are sealed in there. Sometimes you can twist them out, but that looks like it's sealed in there. So that is that choice. Kristen's going to be in on the night light. I'm guessing you want the butterfly one since that's the one you asked me to check. And we can claim that for you. Thank you, Kristen. Awesome. Okay, how are we doing? Almost 10. I don't have as much as I normally do since I'm on the road, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and some littles left to go. Let's get them sorted out super fast. Little bunnies. Thank you, Kristen. This is just a little like knickknacks or miniature shelf. A little gray bunny. Claim him for $2. He's teeny tiny, maybe 1 inch by 3/4 of an inch, and maybe a 1/2 inch wide. No markings on the bottom. So, and looks like, I don't know if it's a bow or what we got there. So just a cute little teeny one. All right. Oh, Laura was in first. And then Lou. Thank you. So Mini Bunny. Laura is out. Thank you. We got you, Lou. Perfect. Thank you so much. Hold over there. I'm so organized today. And in my mini bunnies, I have a, this is a Merry Miniature by Hallmark, 1990. $3 start. This was a summertime series one. So he's got on the baseball hat, has the bat, and the little jersey with the year on the back. He is marked right there on his foot. Now that would be something if I could get that focus. It says Hallmark and a date. He's just like the Merry Miniatures that I had at the 12 Days of Christmas. 1985. No. Well, no, it'd be 1990. Why would that look different? Oh, it's probably marked 89 because the ones that came out early in the year had the year before on them for the year that they came out. So it's a year I graduated from high school. So that little Merry Miniature bunny boy. Next miniature is, he looks like a mini chocolate bunny almost. He's a $2 start. This one is plastic. He's up on his hind feet, so he's about 1 inch tall, about a 1/2 inch wide, and probably 3/8 of an inch across. Got his eyes are done. And let's see, I don't see any mark on the bottom of him. but just a little guy. And just for comparison, this was the ceramic gray one earlier. So he's narrower but taller. Does he have a bow on? No, he does not. All right. I see Laura in for the chocolate bunny. Thank you, Laura. I did get a lot of, I think I thought ahead before I left home. Put the spring stuff in. This guy is pewter. He'll be a $3 start. He's kind of a characterized bunny rabbit with the big buck teeth. He is probably 1.25 inches tall and about a 1/2 inch each direction. There is no marking on the bottom. There is the back for his details. Boy, we're getting a great focus tonight on these little miniatures. Yep, definitely a character. Yeah, I thought that little brown one was cute. So that is the pewter bunny. And the last of my miniatures, this guy is big in comparison. He's probably over 2 inches tall. Looks like he's playing a little flute or a fife. A resin. He's in his little tail coat. Got a vest, a ruffle coming out there, his pants. Oh, Midge was in at 3 on the computer bunny. And you got it, Midge. This guy will be a $3 start as well. Unless you're looking at this guy, just let me know. I'm assuming you were looking at the computer one because I hadn't set a start yet on this one. So he is quite a bit taller. So here is the Merry miniature in comparison. And this is a little bit over 1.25 inches. So he's almost 2 inches or a little over for that. Well, I'm just always I got a bag full of littles. When they start to put out the holiday stuff, he's got some great details on him. Thank you, Midge. Yeah, no markings on that guy. We might as well stay on the littles while we're at it. I have vintage candle holders for cakes. I believe these are German. I don't know if I can say West German or not because I don't know enough about them. I would like to give choice on these as well. Oh, that one has been repaired, so I will do that one last. I'd like to do these at 3. And these are the little ceramic for the little birthday candles, the ceramic critters to put on the cake. So there's a little collie. Well, sometimes you just never know where they're going to put out a bag of stuff. They just seem to switch it up in the springs. So these will be choice. This one looks like a donkey. And there's the candle holder behind him. They are not marked on the bottom. Well, there was something that used to be on there. Yeah, I know that these are, I think they used to come in sets of, I don't know how many. This one's a pig with the green holder. But they're tiny as well. I would say maybe a little over 1 inch, 1.25 inches. This one is really short, barely 3/4 of an inch tall. And the last one is a bear for the $3 choice. He's like standing up on his hind feet. He's about an inch and a half tall. Wasn't that the truth? Uh-oh. Is he repaired too? Well, let me look. That guy was repaired as well. Somebody used glue gun, and that is what is catching the light. So he'll be $2. You can see that line there. So this whole somebody dropped it, and this whole holder broke off, and they repaired him pretty well, but he's still got a repair right there. So this bear is repaired, and this bunny is repaired. The bunny is repaired right around his neck. He would be $2 also. He's even smaller, especially compared to the bear. There's one thrift up in I think it's the only one that still has a boutique up in Monument in Colorado. And that's a whole section. It's not like they're asking for a lot of got a little extra glue there too. You kind of see it where I can pull it down. They're not asking a lot more for the items necessarily. They're just kind of curating it and putting some of the more vintage and nicer clothing together. But it does end up having a higher price point on it. Image, he has been repaired, so he's missing some paint, and it goes all the way around. His whole head was lopped off at one point, but you got it. The candle holders, bunny for Midge, a 2. So Midge got that one. So again, the bear is available. That is $2 because he was repaired. The pig was 3. Donkey was 3. Oh, Kristen's gonna take the pig. And this little collie puppy dog, 3. All right. Thank you. Perfect. Those all in the full baggie. I won't lose them. Rattle around too much. Okay. Thank you. It's interesting, but boy, Colorado has changed a lot over the last few years. This is a vintage multi-strand necklace. So there is the clasp. I'm thinking 70s, 60s, 70s. It's an amber to orange. You can see the different colors. So let's start this at $6. So it's got 2 strands of the small bead and 1 strand of the flat bead. And it goes all the way down. Oh yeah, we have tons of mountains. The mountains are amazing. I'm gonna do this. It is probably 30 inches because when I stretch out from here to there is 30, 36. So it's almost a 30-inch drop. So you could probably double it and have an extra wraparound. I believe I hit this with the black light and it did not fluoresce. We do have a lot of thrift stores in Colorado, especially Colorado Springs, and I think it's due mostly. You can ask Yvonne what her opinion is, but I think we've talked about it. Is a lot of it is the military, because we have El Paso County has what, 6 military bases? I believe it is the largest military or the highest military per county in the whole country. We have Lower at 6. Michigan's too cold. I mean, Colorado winter almost lasts too long, in my opinion. I know a lot of people have come back to Colorado and retired here from the military. If it even doubled, it would make a nice length on there. So it is kind of weird. I agree, Yvonne. It's strange how many we have because I go places and I'm like, there's nothing. Where do people shop? Where's the stuff going? What's happening with it? So, all right, Miss Laura, I have you for the necklace. Thank you so much. 3-strand necklace. I think Denver has, do they still have? They have quite a few up in Denver too, but um, because when I go up there, but they're still kind of spread out. Denver's a whole different creature because their city is so much bigger and so many different suburbs around it. It takes a long time to go from place to place up there. Okay, I have 3 items left, it looks like. This is a pair. These are plastic serving utensils, like a little cheese knife server. I don't know if they're lucite or what, but this one looks like a cake server. I'm gonna say $6 for the pair. Got like a braided design on the handle, a little serration for cutting into whatever dessert we're doing. Yeah, you kind of do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that there's just so many. You can't do them all in one day, even though it looks like they're close together up in Denver. They're not. So this one's about 5 inches, and I would say this one is about 10. I'm guessing 70s. It says right there, made in the US, or it says USA. So I would imagine it was produced here in the US. Hmm. It is interesting to see how different parts of the country, um, how they have antique stores is different, how they have thrift stores is different. What sells in different parts of the country is totally different. But this would be great for serving some of that vintage Jello. One of your Jello rings, cut right through it, serve it right up, and some cheese on your charcuterie board. That they were unique. Okay, this one is new, but I thought it was pretty fun. This is a game called Dog Pile. Right, a pup packing puzzle. 48 puzzles in here. So it has all the different cards, and then you have these dogs, and you have to rearrange the dogs and the pattern on the cards. Oh, that sounds cool, Laura. Oh, yeah, I was in where was I? Mesa. They had some good stores there. This will be $8. This is like new condition. It does have a slight tear in the packaging right here where somebody, pulled this open when they went to look at it. So here's all the pieces, all the different dogs. And then I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the cards. And then there's different games to do skill level wise on how to get all the different dogs in. And then in the back, it has the solutions for all the different ones. Hi, is it oh, shoot. Is it Tina or who we got tonight? Oh, Mother Tuckers, forgive me. All the names went out my head. How are you tonight? Good to see you. So it's a brand new fun game, travel size for any dog lovers or kids in your life. Jason, there it is. Good to see you. I double checked and asked about that glass piece today, and we're pretty sure it's a Viking. I'm gonna have to message Bill about that. So thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm traveling. All the names and all the things just go out of my head. Hi, Roman. Good to see you tonight. This is my last item tonight, unless anybody needs a recap of anything that we had this evening. We have a cardinal, and it has the sticker on the bottom right there. Cardinal of Virtue, Titan Art Glass. And that is out of Prattville, Arkansas. And it is not signed. There's no sign on that, but that is the glass company that was out of. So the cardinals or the red ones are harder to find. So I'd like to start this one at 16. There is a little bubble inside this one. Boy, the reflection is getting me. Where is it? Right there in the middle. There's a little air bubble. There he is, right there in the middle of the cardinal. But he's a good size. He's about 4 inches long, 3 inches tall, about, I'd say, 1.5 inches across or deep. And it looks about like so. Now he should fluoresce and react under black light. I've been picking up every single bluebird that I have seen. And even the little itty bitty ones are marked $24, $25. It's amazing. So, but this guy might need to go on my table. I'm going to be doing a tea table at our lodge coming up in March, and my theme is cardinals this time around. Oh, yeah. So, Titan Art Glass, Fayetteville, Arkansas. That sounds familiar to me, too. So, but I believe that, yep, got through all those. We're done with that. I have a piece of glass back there for Stephen that I picked up, and I have one for a friend, and I think that's what's left back there. I found 2 things so far that are going to be added to the Pixie sale coming up in the beginning of March. So hi, Sandy. Good to see you. Katie, welcome. Thanks for everybody commenting and saying hi. Trucks are doing weird things outside. So yeah. All right. So let's see. Let's do a quick recap. I have, if anybody wants to claim anything that got passed over in the sale, you can do a comment, you can email me, either way, and connect with me for checking on that. Somebody did last week, so that was awesome. Thank you so much, Jason. Appreciate it. I will be having some new videos from some of the places that I have traveled to and shopped at this week coming up. Again, I will be on Trisha's channel on Saturday night. That's my one or every month, month and a half, whatever kind of see on Trisha's channel. Hi, Animal Lover. Thank you so much. And then on Sunday, I will be on New England Thrifters channel, I think with Sandy. Let's see, that should be 10 a.m. Mountain Time, so noon Eastern. And that'll be with Helen. And let's see, what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, next Tuesday will be Steven's week with me again on my channel for my regular Tuesday Night Live. So Steven will be back on Tuesday. And then I believe the next one after that, Tuesday, is the Pixie and Mushroom sale. I have saved a whole amazing plethora of pixies, mushrooms, planters, figurines, glass, porcelain, all shapes and sizes of all those things coming up for pixies that first Tuesday in March. So that'll be a really fun sale to do. And yeah, and then a couple more in-person shows that I can tell you guys all about when we get closer to that. And hopefully I will be home tomorrow night. Yes, mushrooms. And I just ordered some new ones that came up. They're amazing. They're awesome. There are a couple at the show I really wish I could have had, but they were crazy prices. But I appreciate them nonetheless. So thank you, Miss Kristen, so much for all of your modding. I appreciate your assistance tonight. Thank you all for your purchases and watching. Thumbs up, comments, all those things all helps the algorithms. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us and chatting. And thank you so much for all the well wishes for traveling tomorrow. So I'll see you guys on Saturday, will be the next time I'm on. So see you next time, guys. Have a good night.